I'll go first. My name's Colin. I play bass with Porcupine Tree.
Hello, I'm Stephen Wilson, and I'm the guitar player and singer with Porcupine Tree.
We've only been to Mexico City once before, and that was maybe 2 years ago. So it's a nice surprise. Audiences are very warm, very responsive, very enthusiastic, and I hope we can come back, Mexico's somewhere I certainly never thought about coming and playing. It's not somewhere where I think a lot of people come, but I don't know. I think it's a good things for us here, for sure.
Tonight will be the first show. The Mexicans, they've been crazy every time we've been here. It's crazy. They love it. They love it. They're very passionate. They know the lyrics to all of the songs in Mexico City last time and in Monterrey and Guadalajara too. It's been wonderful, very warm. The main thing for me that's new about this record, The Incident, is this idea of treating a piece of music in the way that a novelist might approach writing a book, or a director might approach a film, in the sense that it's designed to be listened to in a kind of narrative way from beginning to end. You don't normally have that with music. Music, you have an album, it has 10 songs on it. You can listen to the sixth song, then the first song, and you're not supposed to necessarily listen to it in the sequence. But The Incident is very much designed to be listened to like you would read a book. You wouldn't read chapter 6 and then read chapter 3 and then read chapter 10. You start at the beginning, you work through to the end. So The Incident is kind of conceived in that way of almost like being a musical continuum or a musical journey, with characters that develop and musical themes that develop and kind of evolve over an hour-long piece of music. And we take that through to the live show as well. We perform The Incident as the whole of the first half of the show. It's basically a performance of the single piece of music, The Incident. And that was quite a challenge. It's hard to get everything to fall into place just the right way when you work in that way. We filmed it on the Fear of a Blank Planet tour, which is the previous tour to this previous album to this album. And we wanted, because that tour had been very, very much a special period for us, we really went from being very underground band to suddenly being much more visual, much more mainstream. We had a much bigger audience. And that tour was a very special one to us. We had very elaborate visual presentation of the show, and we wanted to record it and document it before we moved on. So we recorded 2 nights in Holland late in 2008 on very high definition cameras, and that is the show that's coming out. It's about 2.25 hour show, and it's coming out next month as our second DVD release. It's the way it's always worked for us. We've never really had mainstream acceptance. We've never been played on the radio to any degree. You won't see our videos on MTV. You won't see us out opening for U2 in stadiums. We've pretty much had to build our audience from the beginning, from zero, by using word of mouth, using touring, and basically keeping a kind of faith between us and the fans by continuing to produce good quality music that doesn't compromise. We're not the kind of band that are going to go and get our track remixed by some DJ to get on the radio. We don't do that kind of shit. We just do we do our music with integrity, without compromise. And I think ultimately that has meant that the fans stay very loyal to us. So when they discover a band like Porcupine Tree, they not only get into the band and buy the whole back catalogue, but they want to tell all their friends, you've got to check out this band. That's how we've built an audience. And it's taken us 15 years. Some bands do it overnight. It seems like some bands do it overnight. A band like MGMT can come along, one song, and suddenly it didn't happen that way for Porcupine Tree. We've made 10 albums. We've been on the road for more than 15 years now. And we're still reaching new people. And we still find people who say, I just discovered your music last week. I'd never heard of you before. And that's good in a way. It's frustrating for us in a way that it takes us 15 years, but at least we're still going up all the time. And the thing what you refer to about selling out the shows, this is a great example. This is friends telling their friends, telling their friends. The people that came to see us last time in Mexico City, I hope, went away and said, I saw a great show last night. If they come back, you've got to come and see it. So now we're doing 2 nights. So this is what I mean about keeping a good faith with the audience and just continuing to produce quality and putting on a great show and all those things. And that seems to work for us.
Well, personally, I don't think we really fit anywhere, like we don't fit into a box anywhere. So they might as well put us on at a festival where there's lots of different music, because we didn't want to do any genre-specific rock festival, prog festival, whatever, we're not really interested in that. And that's part of the reason, like Steve was saying, that's part of the reason why we've always been interested in reaching new people. So I think from that point of view, it's better for us to play a festival lower down the bill to people that don't know us than to go and do a festival where we're higher up the bill, where everybody's made up their mind about what kind of thing we do and the fact they like us. Because ultimately what's paid off for us in the long run has been always thinking about the bigger picture and always doing things and new territories. And, that's half the reason we came to Mexico City last time. We had no idea we'd be, anyone here would be interested. But, we took the risk and we came, and it's the same kind of thing.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, standing up there at the front singing the songs, I'm terrified. Coachella for me is terrifying, because any festival where you go on and most people there probably have come to see Muse, or they've come to see Tom York, or they've come to see MGMT, or whatever it is they've come to see, it's really scary. But it's like Colin says, that's the way you make new fans. And I know that when we walk out on stage at Coachella, half the audience are going to hate it. But maybe the other half will like it enough to check it out. So it's scary, but it has to be done. And this is a very cool festival. It's a risk, yeah. Every time it's a risk, you'll get bottles of beer thrown at you or worse, and booed off and all that stuff. And that's never happened to us. We've had a few scary moments.
It's never actually happened, We played Download in the UK a few years ago, and I was fully expecting to get drenched. Yeah, and it didn't happen. It was a really, really positive response. So ultimately, we do manage to win people over most of the time,
That's the only reason to do a festival, because doing a festival, a lot of stuff is out of your control. You don't get a good sound check. It's not your audience. We can't have our films and our elaborate light show. The only reason for us to go and play Coachella is to try and reach new people. That's the only reason. And it's scary. I'm terrified, but, hopefully it'll pay off. Well, firstly, thank you so much for the support, and thank you for making our 2 visits here so incredibly inspiring. I mean, first time we came here 2 years ago, we thought we were going to play to 5 people. And it was just amazing to see so many people singing the words to all the songs and so passionate about the music. And I've been back 3 or 4 times. Myself, I've been back 3 or 4 times. I love the place. I think you're all crazy here. I love it. I think the people in Mexico are crazy, and I like that. We like that. We're very curious people. We like coming to places that are perhaps not so familiar, and Mexico was somewhere that we really didn't know anything. I mean, I don't know about Colin, but I really didn't know anything about. When I came here the first time, I realized how little. I didn't know anything about the geography, the culture, the history, the politics, the people. No idea at all, and it's been such an inspiration to start to learn about the country. Yeah, because I was so inspired by the place. I kept coming back, and we kept recording more and filming more, and I ended up naming the album, after Avenidas de Insurgentes. I mean, it was, so it really got into my soul and my heart, in a way that United States of America never. The more I go to the United States of America, the less I like it. The more I come to Mexico, the more I like it. So, that, and I think the other guys feel the same, Mexico.
Yeah? Oh, you want me to say something? Oh, okay. So, no, it's great here. I love it here. Yesterday I went to the pyramids and really enjoyed it. We had a fantastic day. And it's been one of the great things about having time off on tour is the opportunity to see something. And half the time you really don't get the opportunity. But I've really enjoyed my stay here this time. I think I might have to come back too. I love the food. It's great. Yeah. It's nothing like Mexican food in the UK. I mean, the real thing. Yeah, no, it's great. And there's plenty of variety. I love ceviche, with the fish. I really like that. And that's really hard to find anywhere but Mexico, right?
Hi, this is Stephen Wilson from Porcupine Tree.
Hi, this is Colin Edwin from Porcupine Tree.
Enjoy.